Okay, I'm back with not a tutorial, but I'm back with a video to inform you guys on what I think is a scam and that you guys should stop think about doing. And it is buying presets of an editor that you see out there. If you see someone that has insane quality, you like the way their color correction looks or CC, don't buy it. It's not worth it. I've done it in the past. When I first started, I bought like 3 editing packs. One which was Topaz, which was like $40, which is I got pretty much scammed. And I knew because the person said this is my first time ever getting a purchase. So I was like, okay, nice, $40 down the drain. Second one was $20, and I mean it came with shakes and it came with like a few other things, but nothing worth $20 over. Literally something you could just look up on YouTube and get for free, or even do it yourself. And I'll show you some examples of what I mean by how ridiculous these prices are. Now, this is the first example. I'll try to blur out as much as I can so they're not like thrown out there for shade. This is what I mean. Again, you have main CC and dark CC for $15. And then you have Topaz settings, $20, which is literally just a screenshot of the settings, and that's it. And then a tutorial for better quality on Instagram and TikTok. So basically you're paying $25 for a tutorial, which you can get out there on YouTube for free. That doesn't have to be my videos. I'm not saying go watch my videos, don't buy this. I'm saying there is thousands of tutorials on how to get better quality on any social media instead of just paying $25 for something that might not even work for you. And here is what you will get. You will get a screenshot. You'll get 3 screenshots, and then you'll get some presets, which I'm pretty sure is Topaz presets. This says TL, and I'm assuming that's Topaz Labs. You'll get those presets for $20. To save yourself $20, what you could do is go over to your Topaz and just play around with the settings, which honestly doesn't take that long. After a while, I realized I can just do my own settings. Just when I had free time, sat in here for about 30 minutes, figured out what each of these settings do, and I found something that I like, and now I have a preset of it, and this is the settings that work for me in my videos. And even if your Topaz is different, all the settings are still the same across 2 point something version to all the way to like 5 point something version. They all work the same. Nothing changes. The only difference will be like maybe the quality of the AI enhanced. I don't know. You're basically paying for something you can do for free already. That takes you about an hour. Same thing with this. It's a 20. I'm pretty sure it's probably the same exact presets, maybe screenshots, and then just a video on like render settings. Not a lot of people teach you how to render out things. Again, watch a tutorial. Try to find tutorials out there. If you wanted just the quality in 4K and the CC, you're spending $50 already. Almost $50. Same thing with this one. All you're paying for here is just the color correction. $10. You're getting 4 presets of some color correction. The only time a preset will be worth it if it has project files, which is just what a project file is just the actual edit they made, and everything they did is in that project file. So if a project file is $4, it most likely is worth it because you were learning something you don't know, and maybe it's a little bit more of a niche like thing you want to know, but you just can't find a tutorial on. I think that a project file is not that much of a scam because you're getting their actual project they worked on, and you're getting everything that they do in one like whole file. Same thing with this one. This one is actually like, this one is kind of expensive. Like, this is what I mean. People pay or try to pay $40 for some settings. Even the CC, $30 for this. This is what I mean. $40 for something like this. And back then I paid something like this, and the quality wasn't even good. Like, this person's, I've seen their Instagram and I've seen their TikTok. The quality is good. Not saying like you're paying for no quality at all. The one I paid for, I actually did get scammed. It wasn't really a scam, but I'm an idiot and I didn't look into it much. You're paying $40 to, again, do something you can just play around with for 30 minutes and get the same exact results. Like, it's $30. You're getting a 13 kilobyte file, which is not a lot. Probably like a screenshot or something, maybe some presets. You would hope it's a preset if you're paying $30 for this, but again, it's not worth it. You can just do it. And again, like, I'm not trying to hate on all these people selling this product, right? Like, they're trying to make money off people. Like, I would do the same thing, but I'm not, because I'm not trying to scam people for something where I started off as like struggling. I didn't have anyone for help. I did basically everything on my own, and now I have tutorials to help people that are struggling to eventually get somewhere where they want. I'm not trying to hate on anyone. I'm not trying to, I'm trying to just bring this to light so that way you don't have to buy these types of things. Same thing with this one. This one, I don't know. You get a text file. You get 2 files along with it. So I would try to stay away from buying these types of things. I've, again, bought maybe 3 of these in my lifetime, and I've regretted it. I don't even use them. Some of them, the CC won't even work with the anime you're like going for. Like, you have to change the settings around. And even at that point, if you have to change the settings from something you bought, you more than likely could have just made your own and just played around with the settings. Because some of the animes I edit already, I have to change the CC every single time. They're not all going to be the same. And I do have a preset. I do have a preset of my color correction, but not every time will it fit an anime. Like if I'm doing Bleach, this CC will not work with Bleach that well. So I have to go and edit. I have to go and edit it every single time for each anime because it's different. So some CCs might not work. So this one's is like, it's an aesthetic, like it's for aesthetic stuff, most likely. So it'll work with this type of animes, like aesthetic looking animes, but then you try to go apply it to like Naruto or say like Bleach or like random anime, it'll either be too bright where it just overexposes everything and you have to go in there and you have to again edit it. So it's like you're paying for this thing that you have to edit. You could have just went in here and just edit it yourself. Again, I have a tutorial on my color correction, the exact same color correction I've used for probably a year now, haven't changed it, and I get compliments on my Instagram like, oh, the quality is amazing, quality is like the best. Like I use hue saturation 20%, unsharp mask 25 to 40, and then looks I only use 2 things, HSL, LUT, actually 3 things I LED. I use colorista, and that gives you full control over the colors. As you can see, everything changes, and this is what I mean. Sometimes they'll use colorista and it'll be like oversaturated, and some of the things and some of like the clips and like the edits, it'll be oversaturated. So you still have to play around with them. You still have to do all these other things. Like every preset you buy of a CC will not be the same. Like it will not be the same for every anime, is what I mean. So just be aware before buying these things that these settings might not work for you because you are doing a different anime. As you can see on my own page, I have a link tree, and the only thing I have for sale is upscale to 4K, and I am upscaling your edit to 4K, and the max clip is 1:30, and you just get a text file basically saying like how to get in contact with me and how things will work. Basically, if you're a mobile editor and you want your quality to look good, I'll upscale it, put in media encoder, and then I'll send it back to you so that we can upload it. Like that's the only time I will basically throw a service out there for money. Yeah, I did want to talk about this for a long time, but I just held it off for a little while just to like, you know, gather some resources basically. But yeah, try not to buy presets or like things that I just showed you where it includes like topaz settings or stuff like that. Just if you have time, you're not doing anything, you don't know what to do, just go into your topaz, doesn't matter what software it is or the version of it is, and just play around with the settings. A majority of the time it'll be Protus. Play around with the compression, the detail, the sharpen, the noise. The noise, the majority of the time you want at 100, like, but everything else you can just play around with, and it tells you like what the like setting does. So if you don't have a clue, just hover over it and it'll tell you what it does. That way you know. So just remember that, and I'll see what I make next.